1 week on from the 7 leaders' debate, and the opinion polls have settled to suggest the worst possible outcome, one of an extreme hung parliament where it is not just that any single party will be unable to form the next government, but that neither party will be able to form a coalition with the Liberal Democrats, which means the only workable solution would be a Labour SNP Alliance that could possibly also include the Liberal Democrats or Plaid Cymru's 3 to 6 MPs, which could be enough to bridge the gap to the 326 seat majority magic number. The opinion poll seats forecasts average at 275 seats for the Conservatives and 273 for Labour. The calculations for what form a coalition government could take become extremely complicated, if not impossible, without resorting to a truly messy and disastrous outcome that involves the Scottish nationalists, i.e. the Conservatives plus Lib Dems on 301 failed to achieve a majority. Add DUP 8 seats to equal 309 and again they fail, whilst the Labour Lib Dems total of 299 also fails, which means the only viable workable outcome is one that involves the SNP and probably the Lib Dems also, i.e. Labour plus SNP plus Lib Dems for 349 seat majority. What follows are individual forecaster trends and my analysis. May2015.com just keeps flip-flopping from day to day between Labour or Conservatives in the lead and usually no greater distance than 10 seats from 275. Electoral Calculus Co.uk are exhibiting a consistent strong bias towards Labour, which has been slowly eroding over time, where by election day both parties may reach parity, much in line with other forecasters. Electionforecast.co.uk tends to consistently put the Conservatives in a clear seats lead, so it tends to most closely reflect my own long-standing forecast. And finally, The Guardian. After maintaining a continuous marginalist advantage to the Conservatives over Labour, has now swung in Labour's favour, exhibiting no clear trend direction. Overall, the opinion pollsters are trending in favour of the Conservative Party, which if the trend continues implies that the Conservatives will be the largest party, though only marginally so, and suggests that the Tories will fail to reach my forecast expectations for a lead on at least 296 seats. Another point of difference is that pollsters continue to grossly overestimate the number of seats the SNP will win, i.e. typically 50 to 55 against my expectations of just 35. So, in my judgment, the opinion polls, whilst trending in the right direction, are currently still wrong as they continue to persistently underestimate the number of seats the Conservatives will actually win, who could even win an outright majority on May 7th. In terms of what I actually see as the most probable outcome for the general election, then I refer to my in-depth analysis of 28th Feb. The remaining balance of 558 seats, split according to the consensus view such as May2015.com, would result in Labour leading on 281 seats against Conservatives on about 277. However, this analysis suggests that the opinion polls are grossly underestimating the number of seats the Conservatives will actually win on May 7th, where there is even a chance for the Conservatives to win an outright majority, though probability favours another hung parliament. However, given the UKIP surge, it will be tough for the Conservatives to retain their current tally of 302 MPs, as I expect at least 3 will be lost to UKIP and many more lost to Labour, against which at least a handful will likely be gained from the Lib Dems, which therefore suggests that the Tories will achieve a seat total in the 290s. My forecast conclusion is for the Conservatives to win 296 seats at the May 7th general election, and Labour second on 262 seats, and the full seats per political party breakdown as shown. Therefore, the most probable outcome is for a continuation of the condemned coalition government on 326 seats, i.e. Conservative 296 plus Lib Dem 30, where any shortfall would likely find support from the DUP's 8 seats. The alternative is for a truly messy Labour, Liberal, SNP supported chaotic government on about 327 seats, which in my opinion would be a truly disastrous outcome for Britain, nearly as bad as if Scotland had voted for independence last September. Another possibility is that should the Conservatives do better than forecast, i.e. secure over 300 seats, but still fail to win an overall majority, then they may choose to go it alone with the plan to work towards winning a May 2016 general election. The bottom line is that the opinion polls do not reflect how people will actually vote on May 7th. When they are faced with the stark choice of a steady as she goes condemned government or take a huge gamble on Ed Miliband's Labour Party. So in my opinion, several millions of voters will choose to play it safe with the condemned government, which thus is the most probable outcome.